Morning, everyone. Darren here. Had a question from Bennett in Hong Kong this morning, who was asking do you need to have your own farm to do the Rex course and to join the planner plan? I'm in the process of looking for land, not sure how long that will take, but would like to get started on learning the planning side of things. Well, it's a really good question, and it's one that we've been asked many times before by both people who are in Bennett's position, but also consultants. And our general response has been that the if you look at who the Rex is for, it's generally for people who want to use the Regrarians platform method of farm planning, whether they're a consultant or whether they're not, and whether they have land or whether they have not. So in Bennett's case, for example, our advice would be, well, because you do get two Rexes in a planner period, and of course you get, after your 12 months, you get to stay with us, so you get that longitudinal access. But you're learning, one, how to develop your own context, because if you're an individual who is doing whatever, you should be developing your context and your statement of purpose and all of those sorts of things, understanding yourself. But then, secondly, well, and within that is what's the expression of that going to be? So if you're a consultant, you're going to express that in one way. If you're looking for land, you're going to develop criteria built around the kind of enterprises that you've identified that you would be looking to do. And so doing the Rex would help you understand what that actually requires. So if you want to be a pastured pig producer, for example, well then what kind of landscape and scale of landscape are you going to need, and then what type of, and so what kind of distance to markets and other parameters are you going to need to consider in terms of capability, and perhaps your own training and so on, further training and so on, that you're going to need before you go looking for land. So there's a number of, the Rex it's different things for different people. It's obviously the same program, but because we've been in this game for so long, and for a long time we've been mentoring a whole bunch of folks who've gone on to be consultants and of course as well as farmers. I think we're in a pretty good position to guide people as to, if you're going to do the Rex and you come into this space, into this cohort, then have those conversations, reveal your what you want to do, and then we'll help to guide you, not only through the background of the Rex, which is sort of like the heartbeat of the course, but then you've got all of the interactions in something like the Q&A. I can give you an example of Kath DeValin last year. Kath joined us on the 13th Rex, and that was before Christmas 2024. And her and her partner didn't have land at that stage, and they were looking for a number of blocks. And I think Kath would agree that while she was in the midst of the Rex, that helped to, she showed us a few properties which were on real estate guides and so on during Q&As, and we went through those, and ultimately over Christmas, which was really awesome, we came back after the Christmas break and Kath revealed that, hey, I've got my property, and it was a really good moment. So yeah, Bennett, and anyone else watching, if you don't have land yet, then of course I'm going to say do the Rex. But I think that putting that sales pitch aside, I think it's a really good thing to really give you the grounding and to set the criteria for what you want to do. But also, I'd say more importantly, just really do a check-in, a stock take on what your capabilities and your context is around all of that. All right. Well, thanks for the question, Bennett, and we look forward to catching up with you and everyone else next week. Thank you.